Why? What is special about the devotional service rendered by the Vrajavasis? Because if you look at the Vrajavasis, what are they engaged in? Morning, early morning, they'll get up during sunrise, take bath and all that, go to the cow shed. They'll milk the cows. After milking the cows, they will hand over the milk to their women folk who will make nice butter, buttermilk, curd and all those things from that. And they will nicely sit and eat all that wonderful preparations made with ghee and butter and all the milk preparations. Then they will take the cows and go to the grazing grounds in the forest. Then they come back in the evening, take bath and go to sleep. This is all that activity that happens there. But they are considered higher than even rishis, sages, munis, sannyasis, even greater than all of the Vedic scholars. There are so many Brahmanas and Vedic scholars who are very philosophical and understand the Vedas and Vedanta Sutra and Upanishads and all. Even they are higher even than them. How do we understand this? Actually, to understand the position of these Vrajavasis, there is a wonderful pastime of Brahmaji getting bewildered, Brahma Vimohana Leela, where Brahmaji stole the Gopas and the calves who are being grazed by Krishna just to see the power of the Supreme Lord, just to glorify the Supreme Lord for his power. And we all know how Krishna, when Brahma took away all of them, Krishna expanded himself exactly as those calves and the boys for 1 year continuously. And then when Brahmaji came back, he was bewildered to see what was happening. And then in front of his eyes, all those cows and the calves and the boys, they transformed into 400 Narayana forms. And they all merged into the body of Krishna. So Brahma became completely bewildered. So that's why it's called Brahma Vimohana Leela. And when Krishna saw that Brahma has got completely bewildered, he is not able to understand what is going on, then Krishna thought this has become too much for him. So what? Suddenly Krishna transformed himself again like that small boy with the curd rice in his hand, searching where are the cows, where are the calves, where are the cowherd boys. And when Brahmaji saw that, he came out of his reverie. He said, oh my God, what am I seeing? What did I just see? Was it a dream or something? And then he realized, oh, I've been playing with fire. That Supreme Lord Narayana, whom I am worshipping every time and who is my Supreme Lord, he is Krishna. And I have gone and offended him by interfering in his pastimes. He is having his pastimes with his intimate devotees, and I have gone and interfered in that. Now if he becomes angry, then I am finished. So he went and fell at the lotus feet of Krishna. And now he is afraid that Krishna will become angry at him. So to avoid Krishna's anger, Brahmaji started satisfying Krishna with wonderful prayers. Because Brahmaji is also a great pure devotee of Krishna. So he offered wonderful prayers to Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th canto. So one of the things that he mentioned was how Brahmaji glorified the Vrajavasis. He said that you, the Supreme Lord, whom even the Devatas find it difficult to have darshan, even I as Brahma find it so difficult to have your darshan. Whenever the Devatas have any problem, they go to Brahmaji. Brahmaji takes them to Vishnu. How does he take them to Vishnu? He takes them to the beach of the milk ocean, Shvetadvipa. And there, in the middle of the Shvetadvipa is where Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is lying down. And there it's not that they immediately take some boat or cruise and then go to the middle of this one and knock on the door and open and meet Vishnu. No, they cannot meet Vishnu like that. They stand on the shores and they start chanting Purusha Sukta. And even after that, Lord Vishnu doesn't come in front of them. Then Brahmaji sits in meditation, and from within his heart, Vishnu will give a message. This is how communication is going from Vishnu to the Devatas. Even Brahma doesn't get to see Vishnu so often. At the beginning of the creation, one time he had darshan of Vishnu. After that, very, very rare. So, that Supreme Lord, who is very rarely seen even by the Devatas, is playing constantly with the Vrajavasis. So what a greater fortune can be there than this, to be able to play with the Supreme Lord 24 hours a day. This is a great fortune which is not available even to Brahmaji. So then, one of the things like this, glorifying the Devata, glorifying the Vrajavasis, Lord Brahma said one thing. After glorifying the Vrajavasis, Lord Brahma said, Yesham Gosha Nivasinam Uta Bhavan Kim Devarateti Nascheto Mukhyati. He said that I am getting bewildered, I am confused that Yesham Gosha Nivasinam. Gosha Nivasi means, Gosha means this village of Vraja. So all these Gosha Nivasis, all these Vrajavasis, that Bhavan Kim Devarateti, what will you give, what reward will you give to them for their devotional service? Naschetaha, when I think of this, Mukhyati, I get confused, I get bewildered. Because, why is it? Because Krishna is incapable of rewarding his devotees? There is something beyond his power or something like that? No, Vishwa Phalat. He is the Supreme Lord who can give Phala, who can give benediction to even the Devatas. People worship the Devatas for some benediction, for some boon, for some anugraha. They go and worship Lord Ganesha, all the obstacles in my business, let it get removed. A student will go and worship Saraswati, please let me get good marks. Like that, somebody wants good health, he will go and worship Surya Deva. Like this, all the common folk, they go and worship the Devatas for some benediction. Now the Devatas themselves, sometimes they also have some desires and they want benediction. Whom do they go to? They go to Lord Vishnu. So for the whole universe, the actual person who is capable of giving benediction is Lord Vishnu. He can give benediction to even the Devatas who are givers of benediction themselves. And that is why he is called Varadaraja. Varada means, Da means giving. Varada means one who gives Vara, one who gives benediction. Vishnu is known as Varadaraja. He is the king of all those who give benedictions. Means for all the Devatas, he is the king. Or in another way, if you look at it, Varadaraja, he is the king who gives benediction even to the Devatas who give benediction. So, Vishwa Phalat Phalam Tvad Aparam Kutrapi Ayan Mukhyati. He said, the Brahmaji said, as far as the devotees of Vraja are concerned, Gosha Nivasis are concerned, Brajavasis are concerned, I don't think in the Vishwa, in this whole universe, there is any phala you can give them. Except for Tvad Aparam, except for you giving yourself to them.